Hi everyone, thank you for your support for my previous video. Today we are going to see how to present a view controller with custom transitioning animation with custom size. If you liked my video, kindly hit the subscribe button down the video, and if you want me to improve something on my video, kindly post your comment for this video and I will improve in my next videos. Okay, so let me tell you what we're gonna do today. So we have a view controller like this, and then we want to present a view controller with our custom animation and with our custom size, something like this. This colored area is another view controller. Okay, so why we need to do this? We can just embed a UI view inside my view controller and then animate it, right, using UI view animation with duration. The problem is, if we have a custom logic or a complicated logic that has to be displayed in this view, and if we just embed this view inside our view controller becomes heavy and we cannot reuse it, and it will be a bit complicated to use in the future. So to avoid that, but this we will be making sure to have this as a component, so that wherever we want in our application we can just present it. Okay, so let's jump to create this one. Create iOS app. Let the project name as custom model presentation. Select interface as storyboard, then click next. Select where you want to save your data. And then hit create. Select whichever simulator you want. I prefer iPhone 11. So our project is set up. So we have a view controller, we have a storyboard, right? Okay, so let's delete this view controller, we don't need that. Come to our storyboard. I'm going to add a button. You can bring this dialog using this plus icon also. Type UI, type UI button, then drag it to your view controller, and then keep it horizontal and vertically center. Change the text of this button to model presenter. Let's make it a slide better. Oh, sorry, we don't need this. Set the width as 150 and then height as 44, which is a preferable one for any touchable UI elements for an iOS application. Set the text color to white and then set the background to the color which you like, and for me I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so I have my first view controller. Let's go and add another view controller, which is our model. And what we're gonna add in this, I'm going to add a UI view, and I'm going to set its width and height like 350 and height as 350, and then set it horizontal and vertically center, and then set its color to this one. Okay, so we have our model view here, and then let's add a UI button to this view. Okay, I'm going to keep the text of this button to close, and then attach it to the top right corner of the blue view, 10 10. So we have our first view controller, and then we have our second view controller. So let's go and add two view controllers. Model present view controller, and then let's create the second one, model view controller. So we have both of our view controller. Just remove those unwanted codes to keep our clean code. Okay, in our model present view controller we have one button, right? Let's create a outlet for that button at id outlet weak var button, and we have a close button in our model. Okay, so let's go to the storyboard, set the class of this view controller to model present view controller, and then this one model view controller. And now we need to connect outlet for this button. This is present model button, and then this one, this is our close button. Now when we click on this button, we need to show this view controller, right? So let's create a segue from this button and then to this view controller, then choose present model. And set an identifier for this segue. run our application to see whatever we have completed till now. So our model controller coming like this. So we need, our aim is to change these type of animation and provide our custom animation for this transition, right? So in our model present view controller, override prepare for segue, and then if segue.identifier equal to show model, then let model VC equal to segue.destination as model view controller, and then model VC dot. So okay, so this is where our custom transition stuff comes. Okay, so in order to create the stuff what we are doing now, we need three things. One is presentation controller, two is UI view controller, transitioning delegate, three is UI view controller, animator, transitioning. This presentation controller manages the sizing and other stuffs. This transitioning delegate manages to link the animation and presentation controller. This one provides the actual animation. Okay, so having said that, we need to first create the presentation controller. So let's create PJ presentation controller, which is of type UI presentation controller. Okay, in this we need to override two things. One is frame for presenter view in container view. So we want our view to be presented centrally, both horizontal and vertical, right? So let my width equal to 350, let height equal to 350, and then let x position equal to my container view. Don't worry about the errors which is throwing, we will solve that. My container view dot width, sorry, frame dot width, I'll be having container view for sure here, minus my required width divided by 2 is my x position, and let y position equal to container view dot frame dot height minus height divided by 2. So my rect is going to be, my frame for my view is going to be return cg rect, x is my x position, y is my y position, width, height. Now container view will lay out sub views. We need to override this method, and then container view, presented view dot frame equal to frame of presented view in container view. So our presentation controller is ready. Now what we have to do, we need to create this one, transitioning delegate. So let's go and create the transitioning delegate. pj transitioning delegate, this is of type image object. My transitioning delegate has to implement UIViewController transitioning delegate, and to do that we need to implement few of the methods. Presentation controller, for this one return pj presentation controller. With presented controller we have this presented controller for that, and then for presenting we have our presenting view controller. Next, animation controller for our presenter view controller, and then animated controller for our dismissed view controller. So let's go and create our animator. So here send the class to model PresentationAnimator, and then create another class called BusinessAnimator, and this one should extend animator transition, and so this one. Now come here and return pj model PresentationAnimator, and then for dismissal return pj model BusinessAnimator. Good. Now come here and let's implement this one. So for animation we need two things. One, how long the animation has to happen, and then two, what's the animation for both of these, presentation and business. So for the duration, where duration equal to cg float 0.3. Now transition duration, return our duration, and then okay, animate transition, and the same here. The same for dismiss also we need 0.3 and then the duration, and then we need to implement this method to present our actual animation here. So here the animation goes. So we need to know which view controller we are gonna animate. That is our model animator, right? So since this is the presentation animator, we need to get our destination view controller, like the view controller which we're gonna animate. To view or model VC equal to transition context dot view controller for key, this UI transition context view controller key, it's the enum, and you will get the model controller using 2. Make sure else don't do anything, just return. So we have our model VC. When a view controller presents another view controller, those transition takes place in a container view. So we need to have that container view. Let container view equal to transition context dot container view. So we have our container view now. For this example, we are going to scale the model view controller from 0 to 1. That's our animation. So to do that, model VC dot view dot transform initially set its scale to 0. Scale by 0, 0. And add it to our container view. Add subview model VC dot view. So now we are going to animate it. Animate with duration. So we need the duration here, right? Which we have already here. So duration equal to transition duration using transition context duration, and then the animation block, and then completion block. In the animation block, let's scale that the model view. Model VC dot view dot transform 1, 1. And then once the animation completes, mark the context animation as completed. To do that, transition context dot complete transition is completed. So let's run and check it. still it comes like that. The reason is we haven't set, like, we need the transition delegate to be assigned there, right? So private where transition delegate equal to pj transition delegate. Model vc dot transition delegate equal to this one, and then set its presentation style equal to custom. Now rerun the app. Oh, our x calculation is wrong seems. Let's run the app and check it. See that it's coming nicely. We are leveraging the transition context, all those stuffs without breaking anything, but still we are able to present a view controller with our custom transition animation. Now we need to dismiss this view controller when we tap on this close button. So to do that, let's go to the model view controller and then declare a handler. And then in that dismiss true nil. Let's attach this close button handler for the close button. And in our animator, the same way, here we get the to view controller, right? Whereas here we need to get the from view controller, because that's what initiating the transition. So let model vc equal to transition context dot view controller for key dot from, else return let container equal to transition context dot container view, and what we have to do now, container view dot add subview, container view dot add subview, this model vc dot view, and then animate with duration. Let duration equal to transition duration using transition context. Pass the duration here, and in the animation block here completed. Here we need to model vc dot view dot transform cgf and transform scale 0 0. And then once the animation is completed, transition context dot complete transition completed. And once the transition completed, container view dot remove, or sorry, model vc dot view dot remove from super view, so that we need to remove it from the view stack. The view controller presented, and then it's dismissed. Presented, dismissed. I hope this tutorial would help you to build your custom transition animation for a presented view controller in a more fun way. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to this channel. You can hit the subscribe button down this video so that you can stay up to date for the future videos. If you want me to improve something, please do comment in the comment box. Thanks for watching.